Hi, I'm Stuart. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Thanks for viewing my video. In this video, I'm going to do the "Oh, the Places You Go" tag. I was tagging a video by Pat at BookChatWithPat8668. I'm going to repeat what Pat said to properly credit the creator of this tag. "Oh, the Places You Go" tag is an original tag created by Gareth at Book Songs and Other Magic. Pat was also tagged by Gareth. This is what Gareth had to say about his new original tag. "This is a special tag with some personal questions and some bookish questions to answer for the prompts. I'm celebrating an upcoming year that features lots of travel and bringing in the genius of Dr Seuss to do it. For each of the quotes from the book, All the Places You Go, there's a bookish prompt and a life prompt. If you'd like to do this tag, I would love to see you do both prompts for these quotes. Either way, I hope you enjoy it." There are 8 prompts in this tag. The first prompt is which direction you choose. The book prompt is what is the first place you go to in a bookstore. Most of my book shopping is done at a local Barnes & Noble. And what I do when I go in the bookstore is I look at the tables that are featured near the door. They have new books that they're trying to push. And I mostly look at all the tables that they have, and I also look at they have a couple of, I don't know what you call them exactly, big racks or something, where they have new releases also. So I basically go and look at those. Generally I go in a clockwise direction around the bookstore, and the first things I see are the first things I look at, which are those tables. If I was to actually pick one, where would I go first? It might be the YA section. I might go to that one first. The life prompt is, what is the biggest life decision you've made that has impacted your life? I think it was the decision to study engineering in college. It wasn't based upon a real lot. My parents went to a parents' meeting and they asked, what's a good choice for an education for a kid that's good in math and science? And the guidance counselor, teacher, whoever was leading this discussion said engineering. So I decided to pursue engineering. And the degree I got led me to the various jobs I had and made good money. Was able to retire early, so that was probably my best decision, even though I didn't put a real lot of thought into it. The second prompt is too smart to go down any not so good street. Book prompt, what did you used to read that you don't read anymore? There's nothing that I don't read anymore that I used to read. When I was a kid, my favorite genre was science fiction, and I don't read it all that much anymore, but I do occasionally read it, so there's nothing I can think of that I ever read and I stopped reading. And I would say too, even when we're talking about, say, kids' books, middle grade books, once in a while we'll read one of them too. So even the type of books you read as a kid, I might read now. I read Nancy Drew diary stories, so there's nothing I can think of that I used to read that I won't occasionally read anymore. Life prompt, what have you learned either as a hobby or an education that you value the most? I'm not sure it was really an education or a hobby I exactly learned it, but I did learn to be a good listener. It's something I'm quite proud of. I probably had a tendency toward it anyway because I'm a shy introvert, but I do pride myself on the fact that I'm a good listener. The third prompt is you'll be seeing great sights. Book prompt, pick a book with an attractive cover. I'm not really going to pick a book with an attractive cover. I'm going to pick a book that I think has a very cool cover, and that is The Twisted Ones by T. Kingfisher. And it is certainly a very good cover. It's a very eerie one. It really does set the tone for the book. But the reason I think it's a cool cover is that there's a saying in this book that's repeated, and that saying is kind of not totally hidden, but not obvious on this cover, so I just think this is a cool cover. Life prompt: what is the most beautiful place that you visited? Probably Prince Edward Island in Canada. I was only in 5th grade when my family took a 2-week summer trip to Canada. Went to several places, some of which was seeing relatives of my father, but we spent a few days at Prince Edward Island. I just remember there was beautiful beaches, and despite it being a really beautiful place, there wasn't hardly anybody there. So that's one I think of. The 4th prompt is you'll be the best. Book prompt: what do you feel confident that you know a lot about with regards to books? I think because I've read many books over the years in many genres, I think there's multiple genres that I can give good book recommendations. And I think also that I can think that I can communicate things that might be issues for people too, that they might not want to read the book. So I think that was what I could do, give good book recommendations. The life prompt is what would be your specialist subject on Mastermind. I'm not familiar with this. I did a search on it and I was kind of confused. But at least in one case it talked about a game, and the description of game led me to believe that I might have some skills that would be useful for it. And those skills are I'm good at logic and I'm good at seeing patterns. So again, I'm not sure this is really the answer to this prompt, but for what I saw, those skills might be useful. The 5th prompt is except when you don't. Book prompt: what kind of books do you feel that you don't relate to? I don't relate to nonfiction books that put forth some view that their facts aren't all true and their logic is poor. They come to the conclusion that they want to come to. Those are the kind of books that I don't relate to and I wouldn't read. Actually, I'm skeptical about a lot of books out there that how they get to the position they get to. Life prompt: what is something you've stopped doing or that you've given up on? I haven't really totally given up on it, but from 1978 to 2023, I went to at least one concert a year. In 2024, I didn't go to any, and I haven't gone to any so far this year. And related to that is that I don't drive after dark very much. Matter of fact, I haven't driven after dark since early December of last year. So I'm not saying that I maybe wouldn't go to concerts anymore, but I get increasingly nervous about driving after dark, and the fact that I get nervous about it, I don't need to do it because I'm retired, so because I don't do it, I'm not really, I don't really have the reflexes and whatever, the awareness that I might need to do it. And if I was to go to concerts, I might have to rent a hotel room, which means I wouldn't go to as many concerts because there's an additional cost. So it's maybe not certain, but going to concerts and driving after dark are two things I'm really not certain about in the future. The 6th prompt is the waiting place. Book prompt: name a book you're exciting to read that's on your TBR. That'd be Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. I have to read her The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes first before I can read Sunrise on the Reaping, and I've started The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, but that's what I'm really looking forward to. Editing Stuart here the next day from when I recorded the remainder of the parts of this video. And for the life prompt for number 6, which is what in general are you looking forward to most this year, I initially had a rather negative reply. And although I am going to leave that in, it's going to follow my reply here. I will put some text in the bottom of the screen negative reply or something like that, so that you don't have to view it if you don't want to. But I decided I'm going to, in the spirit of this tag, I'm going to come up with a few things that I am looking forward to. One of them is that the WNBA season's coming up. For those not in the U.S. or not basketball fans, WNBA is a women's professional basketball league in the U.S. I think soon there's going to be a team in Canada too. Maybe more than one, but right now it's just in the U.S. And the season starts in May, and I live in Connecticut, there's a Connecticut team I follow. Looking forward to that. Also looking forward to a lot of good books that I have to read this year. Many which I have, some maybe I don't even have yet, know about, but I know. Going to be a lot of good books I'm reading this year. I recently got Discord, and I did join a couple of, I'm not sure even what you call them, Discord clubs or whatever. And I really haven't, I think I just posted one thing in each of them. But I'm cautiously optimistic that I can try to do that, like the Discord's better than I normally do communication of that type. At least give it a shot. And also maybe the Voxer group for I'm with the Band Book Club. Maybe become more active on that, which I do post a little bit, but not too much. So those are maybe a few things I'm looking forward to. And like I said, following this is going to be my original answer, but I will put some text on the bottom of the screen so you could avoid it if you'd like to. Don't want to hear something negative. And the life prompt is what in general looking forward to the most this year. And not to be on a downer, but nothing. I'm quite pessimistic about the future, short-term future, maybe longer term too. So I could say that like right now I'm looking forward to things short-term that I'm going to do. But longer term, I'm really pessimistic about how things are going in this country and the world. The seventh prompt is balancing act. Talk about balancing your time between general life and putting out content in BookTube. I'm retired, so it isn't hard for me to balance those two things. What is really hard for me, though, is to watch all the BookTuber videos I'd like to. How I can manage to watch as many creators that I like. And as a matter of fact, even right now, I think I'm watching more than is sustainable. I think I need to cut back upon the amount I'm watching. So that's the most difficult part about being a booktuber. I mean, being a booktuber doesn't mean you're watching a lot of other people's videos, but I do try to watch a lot of other people. I was watching booktuber videos several years before I started creating my own, so I really have trouble watching as many as I would like, watching the creators I would like to. The eighth prompt is tag others. And if you're watching this video, please consider yourself tagged. If you'd like to do a video of your own or answer one or more of the prompts in my comments, I'd be interested in seeing it. I'd be interested in seeing the video or your comments. But I'm going to tag a bunch of people. I'm just going to say their first names. Their screen names are in the description of this video. And I'm tagging Kelly, John, Nix, Smitty, Kayla, Melena, Maeve, Cliff, Suey, Nick, Heather, Emily, Philip, Brian, Fred, Nicole, Pat, Gavin, Renee, Flossie, Justin, Kevin, Nigel, and Daniela. Again, if you'd like to do this. It's possible some people have done this. I am a fair amount behind on my tags. But if you'd like to do it, please do so in a video or in my comments. I hope you're having a wonderful reading week. I hope you're having a wonderful week in general. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please subscribe. Please hit the bell to get notified when I upload future videos.